Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'll be giving an update about GCash G-Invest and I will share all the things that you need to know bago ka mag-invest sa GCash G-Funds. I'll also share an update kung magkano na ang kinita ng investment ko dito after 2 years. I-discuss ko rin ang pros and cons and I will also share my honest review about GCash G-Invest G-Funds. Ang GInvest is a digital investment platform within the GCash app. Affordable ang mag-invest dito kasi you can invest for as low as 50 pesos. It's also convenient. The only requirement is you need to have a verified GCash account. Walang transaction fees when you buy and sell. Kaya lang, ang GInvest partners charge an annual management fee, which is computed and incorporated into the NAVPU and market value of your investments. May mga updates na ang GCash GInvest. They have added new features. So dati, GFunds lang ang available. Ngayon, meron na ring GStocks PH. So pwede ka na rin mag-invest sa Philippine stock market gamit ang GCash app. Ang pagkakaalam ko may GCrypto na rin, pero mukhang selected users lang siya kasi wala siya dito sa akin. For today's video, I will only talk about investing in GFunds. Before you start investing, it's important to understand your investment risk profile or risk appetite. Kasi knowing your risk profile helps you make investment decisions that align with your goals. To determine your risk profile, you should consider the following factors. Unang-una, yung investment goals. Do you prioritize capital preservation or capital appreciation? Pangalawa is yung time horizon. Consider mo yung length of time you plan to stay invested. Short-term horizon typically refers to a period of 1 to 3 years. Example dito ay saving for a vacation or creating an emergency fund. Ang high-interest digital banks ay appropriate sa mga short-term goals gaya nito. Ang medium-term horizon naman generally ranges from 3 to 5 years. And yung longer-term horizon naman typically extends beyond 5 years or more, 5, 10, 20 years. So example, saving for retirement. So third is yung tolerance for volatility. So this is your emotional and psychological ability to handle market ups and downs. Next, I'll talk about the types of risk profile or risk appetite. Unang-una, yung conservative. Conservative investors prioritize capital preservation and have a lower tolerance for risk. Next is moderate. Okay, moderate investors seek a balance between risk and return. They are willing to accept a moderate level of risk to potentially achieve higher returns. And the last one is aggressive. Aggressive investors have a higher risk appetite and are willing to take on significant risk to potentially achieve higher return. Now, I'll talk about the available investments in GFunds kung saan pwede kayo mag-invest based on your risk profile. Meron silang two partner providers. Una is yung Atram Trust Corporation. As of July 2023, meron ng 9 funds available ang Atram kung saan pwede kang mag-invest depende sa risk appetite mo. Ang G-funds fall under UITF or mutual fund, which are a pool of investments in company stocks or bonds handled by professional fund managers. Kaya meron silang annual management fee. So usually nasa 1% per annum. Sa local funds, minimum investment is 50 pesos, while sa global funds, ang minimum ay 1,000 pesos. Dito sa conservative risk rating, ang fund objective is capital preservation and to provide higher returns versus regular bank deposits. And dito naman sa moderate, yeah, so capital preservation pa rin with potential for capital gain. For moderately aggressive and aggressive na risk rating, puro capital appreciation. Since these are UITFs or mutual funds, investment horizon na titignan nyo should be 5 years or more. to give your investment time to grow and recover from any short-term volatility. Another partner of GFunds is BPI Investment Management. Ang BPI IMI has two funds kung saan pwede kang mag-invest. Both funds have aggressive risk rating. Isang local fund and isang global fund. Itong ALFM Global Multi-Asset Income Fund is ideal for investors who are looking for a stable stream of dividends. So, i-check nyo na lang ang details sa fund description sa GFund bago kayo mag-invest. Are GFunds risky? Every investment involves a certain level of risk. That's why it's important to choose a fund that matches your risk profile and age. Sa G-Invest, bago ka mag-start mag-invest sa G-Funds, meron silang survey na kailangan mong gawin to help determine your risk profile. This ensures that you make investment choices that align with your risk profile. As we get older, mas advisable to consider less risky investment gaya ng bonds, time deposit, MP2. In contrast naman, habang bata pa, pwede pang mag-invest more in high-risk investment for potentially higher returns kasi mahaba-haba pa ang investment horizon mo pag bata-bata ka pa. Pros and cons of investing in G-funds. Number one, accessibility and convenience. User-friendly ang G-Invest platform. Pwede ka mag-invest, gamit lang ang iyong mobile phone. Low investment amount. You can invest for as low as 50 pesos. So beneficial ito for those who are just starting and limited yung funds available for investment. Third one is diversification. Sa G-Invest G-Funds, they offer a variety of mutual funds. By investing in these funds, pwede ka makagain ng exposure to a diversified portfolio of investments. Now, let's talk about the cons. Reliance on technology. Siyempre, as with other digital platforms, kailangan ng reliable internet connection and other reliable technical systems. Kung may mga issues such as glitches or outages, so pwede maka-affect sa accessibility and functionality of the platform. Second is limited ang customer support. Mahirap makontak ang CS nila based sa mga feedback na naririnig ko. Kaya if investors have questions or concerns, kailan mo pang mag-rely sa platforms, online resources. Kailan magsabit ng ticket, and may mga frequently asked questions din doon na pwede mong gawing reference. Merong contact number din doon, pero mahirap daw makontak. Next is the limited investor protection. Ang GCash G-Invest Fund is regulated by the SEC. Pero ang G-Fund investments ay hindi siya guaranteed by the government or any deposit insurance program. Isa pa sa mga disadvantages, ang mahabang order processing time. Like sa buy orders, nasa 3 to 5 business days bago makomplete yung processing. Sa sell orders naman, 4 to 8 business days. I tried investing sa GFunds noong 2021. I-share ko kung magkano na ang kinita ng pera ko after 2 years. Based on my risk appetite, 4 na funds lang ang suitable sa akin. Pero dito ako nag-invest sa 3 funds with aggressive risk rating. Ito yung update ng performance ng 3 funds kung saan ako nag-invest. So yung Global Consumer Trends Feeder Fund, tumaas na ang market value pero loss pa rin ako. Atram Global Technology Feeder Fund naman, gain na ako ng 333 pesos. And sa Atram Philippine Equity Smart Index Fund naman, tumaas na rin ang market value pero loss pa rin ako ng 137 pesos. Total amount invested ko is 15,000 pesos. And total fund value ko ngayon ay 13,087 pesos. Ang loss ko is 1,912 pesos. So that's after 2 years. Since G-Invest has a long-term horizon which is 5 years or more, so i-hold ko lang to give it a chance to recover and potentially generate positive returns over time. I stopped investing dito sa GFunds kasi yung 3 funds na 'to are not aligned with my risk profile. And hindi rin ako fan ng UITF or mutual fund Kasi ayoko ng merong annual management fee. And I prefer investing in individual stocks and ETFs. Is investing in G-Invest, G-Funds worth it? If you have extra cash to spare and you can tolerate yung mga drastic price movements or volatility, I think G-Invest is worth giving a shot. And mas magandang bumili habang mababa pa ang NAV2, pero pwede nyo rin gawin yung peso cost averaging para hindi stressful. Kung gusto mo naman ng may dividend din, mas maganda kung doon ka mag-invest sa AFLM kasi meron ng dividend, meron pa rin siyang potential for capital gains. I hope marami kayong natutunan sa videong ito. Thank you for watching.